Welcome to my next video. In this video, I will talk about the MCQs, approach to MCQs. The title of the video is Game of MCQ. Why I given this title? Because to solve the MCQ, it's like a game. Okay, if you know how to play it, you will score more. Okay, so in this video, I will talk about how to know the rules of the game and how to solve it easily. Okay, nowadays they are asking mostly 200 MCQ. Previously they used to ask 300 MCQs and they were giving 3.5 hours. Okay, for the exam. Now we are 200 MCQs and 3.5 hours. Okay, so how they are asking is, just divide this 200 MCQ into pie chart. Okay, this is a pie chart. Imagine that it contains 200 MCQs. Okay, so half of the MCQs will be easy. Okay, I am talking about NEET PG exam. Half will be easy, everybody can answer. Okay, 50% of the questions are easily answerable. Then from another half, mostly 30% okay, is medium. If you have a little bit knowledge of that topic, okay, then you can easily answer by ruling out and just recalling your MBBS knowledge. Now hard, uh, mostly now we have left 20%. Out of 20%, 19% will be hard. Okay, and you can answer this if you know the subject or the topic in depth. Okay, in depth knowledge means you need to read it from the standard textbooks. Okay, then only you can answer these questions. So now this is a huge job, and this is not at all possible, okay, to read the standard books of all the 19 subjects. And if you do also, then it is very difficult to remember everything and recall in the exam. Okay, and 1% is the most difficult ones, and these are not at all answerable. I am frank. Okay, frankly speaking, because I've given the exam 2021 and I know this. Okay, there were 2 to 3 questions that were not at all answerable, and it's like throwing a arrow in dark. Okay, so just leave that question. Okay, it won't do any harm to you. Okay, so don't mind this. Okay, this 1% should be out of your mind. Now we have left this much. Okay, this much chart. Out of this 50 percentage, okay, you will be able to answer this 50% of the questions if you have done your MBBS postings properly. What I mean by posting is, the postings we were given during MBBS for medicine, peds, okay, surgery, gynec, and mostly after the posting, okay, after the term gets over, we are supposed to give ward living exams. Okay, so this ward living exams are also important, because for this you will see the patients, okay, and you will read their files, and that knowledge is very much helpful. And from that also you can get to know that, yeah, these are clinically relevant topics and these are very rare. So rare will not be asked. Okay, rare will be included in this 1% one. Okay, so don't worry about rare stuff. Okay, we are not here to get first rank. Okay, we are not here to get first rank. We are here to get the rank so that we will get a dream branch. Okay, and so just don't run after those rare things, doing that rare thing, because that will do harm and no good. Okay, so just focus on the most important stuff. Now remember what the examiner wants. Examiner wants you to know the clinically relevant stuff. What are clinically relevant stuff? The diseases which are seen in day-to-day practice. Now this comes with experience, okay? After MBBS, okay, during internship also, uh, we are not that much exposed to the real world, okay, but at least the rounds which we are giving to our seniors, or just when we are doing our internship, we just go through the patients, okay, their files, and we used to write discharge cards, okay. From that also you can get to know which are the topics that are important, okay. I still remember I have seen MI patient in ED, that is emergency department, and it was like it got stuck to my brain. And the question was also asked during this NEET PG exam, and almost 3 to 5 questions were answerable because of this posting. Okay, just emergency posting, and we all know we have 15 days of emergency posting. So yeah, it is important to attend your postings because it's very helpful in your day-to-day practice and also the MCQs. Okay, so what the examiner want is clinically relevant stuff. Okay, so just when you are reading, just try to ask yourself, is it important? Okay, it is clinically relevant, then only read, otherwise leave it. I'm frankly speaking, leave it. Okay, if you are not able to decide what is important, what not, then you can see my videos which I posted in my on my channel, where I will where you will know about the topics that are important and the subjects and how to approach it. Okay, and yeah, MBBS knowledge, those 5.5 years are not useless. That will help you in your day-to-day practice and also in this competitive exams, because I was able to get this marks because mostly because of my MBBS knowledge. Okay, because nobody can read those 19 subjects, okay, in just 1 year or 6 months. Okay, it is about the hard work you do through this 5.5 years of journey. Okay, so it will definitely help you in your exams. Okay, the students who have already given the exam, they might uh, agree to me, okay, because many a times this stuff gets recalled when you read the question. Yeah, you remember, yeah, this ma'am told me this, okay, or I have read in that book. So in this way you will be able to recall. So yeah, if you are good with this, then definitely you can get above cutoff marks. Okay, and more you put hard work, more there are more chances to get more higher marks. Okay, and yeah, how to solve the MCQ, I've made the video separately about approach to MCQ, where I've talked about how to rule out the options. So yeah, do watch it. And that's for all this video.